Hello everyone. By semi-popular request, I'm back with something that I hope you will think is funny, or at least small and petty. In case you don't know me, I am a novelist, a comedian, a podcaster, or as is more commonly known, a failure. I've been with PATA for more than 20 years. I know, right? Like, I'm so old that the last time I applied for a league, Elena mixed up my age and my phone number. I actually just turned 50, as an aside. And let me tell you that middle age is not the thrill ride I thought it would be. You know, it's that time in your life when, faced with multiple possibilities for the evening, you pick the one that's going to have you home by 9 p.m. But I'm not the only one who's been around PATA a long time. I'm thinking of Ming Lynn Haynes, who's actually the first person I ever met in PATA. And fun fact, she's also the first person to ever use emojis. But back then they were called hieroglyphics. Seriously, the Lincoln assassination interrupted Ming's senior prom. Peter Knappenberger has been around for a while, and so that means he and I have something in common. But here's how you can tell us apart. One of us is an aging gay man with a weak backhand, and the other is me. No, seriously, I admire Nappy, who is what you would call a triple threat. He's a decent handler, a good mentor, and a terrible coordinator. There's Billy Maroon, another long-timer, whom we've seen go through a lot of physical changes, right? I mean, he's like a chameleon, in that he has hideous skin and bulging eyes. And of course, Joe Ford. How could we ever have a league without Joe Ford? No, seriously, I want to know, how could we do that? So I joined my first PATA league in 1999, and that was scary because back then I was only one of two gay men in the entire league. And, you know, I was afraid the guys would think I was all checking them out. And look, it's not like I have a wall calendar of PATA's hottest guys ranked by age, height, hair color, marital status, printed in color on coated cardstock. Anyway, there are many cute guys in PATA, so let's talk about them. There's Zach Greenberg, who I find Zach both adorable and slightly rumpled, like if sweatpants were a person. Vinny McCrink is someone I met a long time ago on a fall league team, and even after all these years, he still looks like an angel that fell from the top of the Christmas tree and hit every branch. Dove Goldman, who is not to everyone's taste, it's true, but I am sure a lot of women would want to sit on his face just so they didn't have to look at it. And then there's Jeremy Mason. The only thing I have to say about Jeremy is, Jeremy, will you please fuck me? And there are many PATA folks who are memorable for other reasons. There's Mark Hauser, who is the only man I know whose birth certificate contains an apology. Penny Larison is someone you can't forget, mostly because she dresses like an 8-year-old who found $200 on the sidewalk. But then she's balanced out by David Baker, who apparently shops at Forever 51. And Roy Hoffman, what can you possibly say to Roy Hoffman that he hasn't already heard? Oh, wait, Roy, could you talk some more? Stuff like that. I swear, Roy, you are like Google. I can't even finish a sentence before you're making a suggestion. If I had $1 for every word that came out of your mouth, I'd tell you to shut the fuck up. You know, I've made fun of Gooch, but let me say, he lives a really cool and unconventional life. He lives in a small house in the middle of nowhere, and where strangers, you know, pay money to go visit, and he's in great shape, and he wears these tight, revealing clothes, and oh my gosh, Gooch is a small-town prostitute. Am I the only one who didn't know that? All right, now the last time I did one of these, I finished up with a shot at bulb. And looking back, I'm thinking that would be totally unfair if I didn't do that again. So here it goes. Bulb, you are bad at Ultimate. You are so bad at Ultimate, you couldn't get a disc if I mailed it to you. You are so bad at Ultimate, you couldn't throw your back out. You are so bad at Ultimate, you think force is the number after threes. And speaking of force, you couldn't hold a force if your name were Mark. You are so bad at Ultimate, the only handling you do is at a gay bar. You are so bad at Ultimate, you think a hoe stack comes with hookers and syrup. You are so bad at Ultimate, the last time you heard strip, you took your pants off. You are so bad at Ultimate, you think stalling is what Lindsay did after you proposed. Well, that's all my time. I know I've said some scorching things here, but remember, if you are on this list, I totally like you. I do.